Okay, so we immediately have a rip on VRNA. Could buy the dip here. I was actually gonna buy in there at 88, but that popped really fast. 5-minute MACD and 10-minute MACD are kind of crossing though. But if this can finish pretty high, then I wouldn't mind the way it's looking. We get in there at 14 flat. It is a little spready. Definitely want to see this finish high. I don't want to see it finish as low. Well, try to get in there at 1409. Wasn't filled on any of it. A little tricky here. Up to 30, back down to the teens. $36 again, back down to the teens for a second. Spreads are tightening up here. Back down below 14. Could buy a 1401, but says kind of support, so I should have bought there at 1401. Just hesitating here. 1440 is the high of this candle. If this one holds up, I'll get in for the break of 1470. I'll take smaller share size and add into it just because of the way it's buying there at 1410, looking for a break. A lot of selling there, sold at 14, cutting it quick. Maybe I can buy off support here. 1403 getting in there again. 1410. It's 25. We get the break of 30 here. Break of 40 maybe. There's 50 selling there at 57. So that was a really nice dip buy. Got rid of it there at 57, all the way back down. So that was about a 50 cent move there. So the first trade didn't work out. I took a 12-cent loss on it, or just 10 cent just about. But then this one ripped through to my resistance level, right at the resistance level. So I got in and out, like basically bottom to top. That was a really nice trade. So now we're definitely green. Now this one just seems like it's gonna be dropping here. I don't have much faith in it. I think that one pop was it. Unless it can finish high here. If it can finish around 1440, then we can potentially see this back to 1470 for another retest. Potential break. Next 5 minutes gonna open here pretty soon. It could curl off its MACD here. So this is finishing pretty high. It's held 14 a good amount of times already. Kind of not sure because it broke out of its symmetrical triangle here, and it didn't break properly. It actually broke down and rejected. So now it's kind of having a hard time here holding up. It's holding 14, but it's having a hard time holding these highs. Could get in here at 1420 for the break of its last 1 minute high. So it broke its last 1 minute high by 8 cents. Now it's back down to the teens, so false break. This is kind of looking like a bear flag almost. So it's had this bottom here, I don't know how many times in a row already. It's making me debate whether I should get in for a long because it's held so many times. We get in here for a retest. Should I wait for a drop? No. That was a move. That was the time to get in. All the way back down. So false break. Nasty false break. Jesus, this one's so tricky. So far, nothing else has hit the scans either, so yeah, all the way back up to 1440. Sheesh. I want to get long here, but it's just sideways consolidating. I could buy a dip. I mean, dips are getting bought up. Gotta be careful with the spreads here. Let's see if I can get it on a dip around 1390 or 14. $14.08, 16 on the ask. I gotta be careful as to where I'm buying right now, because we have about 3 more minutes for the next 5-minute open, and this 1-minute candle's finishing pretty low, so I gotta be careful here. Finishing low. Let's see if we can break 14. I'm gonna take small size on it as well. Let me look back and see exactly what I'm buying here. Oh, here's a rejection. It's 15. Can we get the break of 15 down to 14? If anything, it might do a quick pop and then a rejection, just like it's done the past 2 times. So here's a quick pop, 35. Can we get that break at 35? Back down to 20. There's 14. Well, I bought in. I bought in really high there. I should probably just sell it here. 14.10. I don't know. Yeah, I got in really late on that trade. 15. Nah, I'm gonna have to stop out on this one. See, there's a lot of green coming through, no movement. Need to break 14.10. Nah. So we're back up here. 15. I want to see this finish a little higher. It's 13. Should I stop out break even? Loss in commission? Gonna stop out here at 1407. Well, could add. 20, 28, selling there at 29. Broke the high and that was a tough trade. Profitable, but that was a tough trade. I shouldn't have held that long. I was debating to add down here too. I think I'm gonna get in again for this next 5-minute. 16-cent spread. I'd like to buy a little lower, but I'm long here at 18, looking for the break of that last high. It's 33, 35, selling here at 34 if I can. Canceling there. Where am I in at 18? So throw it here. 24, 25, back to the 30 maybe. Selling here at 30, 25 I can. So it's getting a little choppy here. I was hoping for that 1 minute high break, which I think it did break. It's the high 30. Yeah, so it did break. I didn't know it broke. That was my fault. Did try to get out at 34, but wasn't able to sell there. So decent trades today. They're not so bad. I only have one loser so far, which several should have been losers already, but I'm holding a little longer because I'm giving it a little more time. But we know what happened yesterday when I gave it a little more time. That's pretty bad. Look at that massive, massive loss. NVAX. That's out of my price range for sure. PFLT. No. APDN. PHAT. APDN doesn't look so bad. So now that I have a cushion, I could step up my share size on VRNA. The only thing is that now it's going to the downside on both the 5 and 10 minute. So this one's kind of done at this point. I gave it a couple opportunities, but which is so crazy, it's still popping up here to 14. I'm so surprised about that. MRSN. This one's hidden scans. CTIC is also hidden scans. Similar to MRSN here. CRMD also hidden the scans. A lot of choppy stocks hidden the scans. High float stocks. I still prefer VRNA. I think I might wait for VRNA on the next maybe 5 minute. No, it's gonna be a 10-minute setup. I'd rather break its 10-minute low and then pop all the way back up to 14. That would be pretty good, I would say. But I don't really want to take a larger share size on this stock just because of its spreads. Like I'm already breaking my rules, and that's why I'm trading with small share size. So I don't want to give back all my profit in one day. Let's see where we're up right now. 156. So let's try and make this a good day. So double top here. Didn't quite break the high. So far nothing else has hit the scans that's like worth it at least. So it's kind of flagging here, sideways consolidating. Only way I'd be interested, like I said, is probably if that 10-minute low breaks and then pops all the way back up. So I'm gonna bet that this next 5 minute will break its low and then pop back up. And if we can see this pop all the way back up to 14 or come all the way back up to 1440, that'd be perfect actually. Low this 10-minute candle is 53. So if we can break 53, we're at 56 here. See if we can get the break of 53. 58. So practically a double bottom there. Low of this candle shows 56. Low of this candle is also 56. Next 5 minutes gonna open here. Let's see if this 10-minute low breaks. Well, it's actually gonna be the 5 minute. Back to 14. There's 56. So false break again. So this one has a bad rap for false breaks. And this one has a huge reputation for it. So we got to be real careful on our exits here. Back up to 14 practically. So I could get in here again for its next 5 minutes to break its high, or next 1 minute to break its high here above 14. The high of this candle is 14.10. Could get in for that break because it is finishing pretty high. It's held the bottom. I don't know how many times already. Not hitting. It's not moving on 80. It's 75, 73. 82, 89. So I should have bought right there. Broke its high real quick though. Now it's back down. I'm gonna take a bigger share size position. That's why I'm kind of hesitating right now. I don't really want to take it because it's 5-minute MACD, or it's 10-minute MACD's all messed up. But I wanted to break its low there on the 10-minute. Unless this 10-minute just finishes high, then that's a different story. So there's 14.14 all the way back down to 80 on the bid. So let's see, it is curling here. Could buy in 14.10. Pop up to 25 there, back down to 14 on the bid. Big support at 75. So if this does drop to 75, I could buy that dip. 75 is our new support, I guess. 14. Will it break 14? Buying there. Try to buy there at 82, 500 shares. That would have been a really nice buy. Damn. Next 5 minutes looking pretty good here though. One minute's finishing really low. 14.25 is where it's like a shift in momentum point. Let's see if it breaks this low. If it breaks this 1 minute low, oof. If it breaks it and drops all the way down below 1350, then I don't know, it's kind of done. I think you can break its low, but I don't know where it's gonna go. Double bottom there. 75. So low open there. There's 76. Can we get the break here as it can continue holding? I feel like we're in preparation for a massive false break. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it wants to do. Could get it on this next 1 minute in anticipation of this break, but I think it's gonna be a massive flush. High is 14.25. That's the high I'd be going for, really. I'm getting in there at 90. Break of 14 is what I'm really looking for. Coming back down though. 7.99, 14, 14.10. Trying to sell there at 14.10. Not quite. Selling at 14.01. Not quite there either. Selling at 14. Not quite there either. Selling at 06. 96. Can't sell there either. Man. Trying to get rid of it. 95. Just got rid of it. So that was just a break-even trade practically. I really wanted to see. I guess I got in at 88. Did I get in at 88? Sold at 95. Well, I wanted to sell up there at the 14 level, but my real target was going to be around 1425. It's just I tried to get rid of it at 1410, couldn't get rid of it there, couldn't sell it even at 14 anywhere. So a little tough situation. High is 1435 here, so it's all the way up here at this high on the 10-minute. If this next 5-minute candle can finish pretty high, then I'd definitely stay in for the break of 14. But it's coming all the way back down here. Could buy the dip. There's like a triple bottom here. Low is 56, low is 60. So actually no, 56, 60, and 56. Low's now 55. So broke by 1 cent. See if it continues breaking lower here, or if it just pops all the way up. If this pops all the way up to 14, I'll for sure get on the next 1-minute candle. What really has me spooked though is the 10-minute MACD. It's 56, and there's a drop to 30, so now it's kind of done. So, oh well. If this one had a little more strength to it, that would have been cool, but nah, I couldn't find it today, I guess. That's alright. We're done with that one. MRSN, this is hitting the scans. Doesn't look so bad. Could get in there at 710 for the break of its 725 high. Huge seller stacked there at 13. Another one at 19, but not as big. QBTS halted, going up. Doesn't look halted to me. Okay. So APDN did pop up there, but it looks like it was choppy. Looks like it was pretty choppy on that rip there. So this was another one I did have on watch, but didn't do much. It's too bad this one's not easy to borrow. I would have definitely shorted this one. That pushed through VWAP like nothing. HLBZ. Not really interested in this one. Coming up to its highs here. It's not a big move or anything. I'd have to take bigger share size just to make it worth it on this stock. ILAG, this was in the scans the other day. DTC, APDN, GovX. GovX with a nice push there. Now it's breaking lower though. CRMD does not look bad here on its 5-minute. Hi, this 5-minute candle is 59. 10 cents away. Man, some massive rejection there. All right, I guess it's kind of a wrap for me today. I mean, there's nothing else really moving. Our leading gapper's tanking at this point. Couldn't hold its levels. We tried, but FAZE. I wonder why this didn't hit my scans either. This was a nice one on its 5-minute or even its 1-minute earlier. Seems a little choppy though because of its huge wicks. Oops. Dang, those are big sellers there. 34 is a massive one. See if they can get the break of 34 here. That was quick. Another massive wall at 40. Mm, BBQ? What? This is a stock? I didn't even know this is a stock. That's insane. BBQ, Jesus. Let's check on BBBY actually. BBBY was the one we were trading yesterday. This one's breaking lower today. This one is also easy to borrow. I won't be shorting it or anything though. Nice gap up though. Gapped up, what, pre-market? Ah, it's fading pre-market bad. Well, the gap was 2 days ago, so last week, I guess. ATRA. kind of have a 3 flag set up here. So 1, 2, 3, and that's the 4th one. It's kind of gonna reject here maybe. It's 5-minute E finished pretty high. At this point, it could start breaking lower. That's basically four flags there. Could be it for this one. So this one's 10-minute doesn't look so bad. We could try and get in for the 10-minute to break its last high here. High is 37. Then again, that would be a 7-cent trade. I'd have to take a big share size, and I'm fighting against these massive sellers here. Like, we have a lot of support too, but not doesn't seem like it's much compared to these guys who are selling. UBM is in the scans. Doesn't look so bad for trade here either. PGY. God. Also on the scans. MRSN. Let's go back to this one. Yikes. CRMD. HOBZ is really the only one that looks like it's kind of worth it, and it's because it's not even that worth it. I don't think you're fighting for cents here at a time. Just take a massive size, and with the drops that it has some quick drops. Like, it's not even worth it. Because I need 3 cents to break even on this stock. Like that, if I bought from 30, went to 34 right there, and now it's all the way back down to 28 on the bid, 27 on the bid. I'm already taking a 3-cent loss in commission, and then also a 3-cent loss in actuality if I sold on the bid right there at 27. So that's practically 6 cents gone right there. About a $40 loser on 1,000 shares. That's not a 3-cent loss, I guess, but it's commission basically. It's like $10 still. It already flagged. So it's our first flag, so I'd want to short it here. That's your first bear flag. Rejected this high here. At this point, it has to break this low. My first target would be the low of 24. So once we break that low of 24, if we can see a continuation push all the way back down here to the low of this candle, which is 19, then it wouldn't look so bad. But this is where I'd want to get in for a short, unless it keeps holding. If it keeps holding right here, for whatever reason, then we can probably see this back up and break that 10-minute high. You have a huge wall at 26, 25, and 24 right there, though, of buyers. So yeah, the next 5-minute looks really good for a long play. But I'm curious if it's gonna hold. There's a break and now rejection back down to 30. I'm not too surprised about it though. That's exactly what I was expecting, if I'm being completely honest. And that mass rejection, so this was to me, it was an obvious false break, and that's why I wouldn't have got long. That's why I was saying back here, I would just short it It's showing a lot of weakness. It's not showing any strength. It held right here. Yes, you could have gone long and then try to sell in the 40s, but I already knew once it broke that high, it was kind of it. The formation just didn't make any sense to me. So I guess it's good I didn't go long there, but it would have been good if I went short. Obviously not in the beginning, right? It spiked up on me and that would have sucked. Might have stepped up for a loss, but that would have been a nice short play anyways. But okay, we're gonna wrap it up here. Let's see what we're up. We are up 170.70. So today was actually a pretty good day. VRNA, you know, I had a lot of good trades. The first trade, I stepped up for a small loss. I don't even remember how many cents of a loss it was. I think it was like 10, 12 cents. So stepped up for about a $30, $40 loss there in the beginning. And then we had this massive winner all the way back up there. We did get a little like iffy trades here and there, but I did stop out relatively quick when I knew it wasn't going in my direction. Except for, you know, this trade here, I let it run a little longer and I was debating to buy the dip at 1380. I figured I was buying the dip here because it just wasn't breaking lower or any further, but then it ended up breaking even lower and I held it. I could have sold it for a loss or added into it. I should have sold it for a loss, but I didn't even add into it. I just waited and it ended up popping back up through 14. It seemed like the dips were getting bought up on it, so that's why I wasn't really trying to sell. But if it broke this low here, then yeah, I would have got rid of it. Like that would have been a massive loss though. So I really need to work on my stops here and respect them, because I mean it could have just been luck that that thing popped. You know, I wanted to buy off my support line, but like I said, I didn't think it was going to come that much lower. So once it hit my support line, it was like it's a make it or break it situation. Is it going to pop or is it going to keep dropping through the support line? Luckily it popped and it kind of held. I got it on this next candle. It kind of held. It broke its high. I didn't even know it broke its high. And I should have sold, but I wasn't able to get out fast enough. So I sold at small profit there. And then on this one, I was really hoping that it would actually hold these levels, because if it did, then we definitely could have seen a push higher and maybe a push to 1440 again. Once it held 1440, then yeah, we're back to 1470. But now it's just breaking lower, and it's primarily, I think, because the 10-minute MACD had me a little spooked, which is why I kind of just was taking quick scalps towards the end here. But I don't know, if it wasn't working out, it wasn't working out. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. That's kind of it for me. 170.70, that's where we're up. So green week compared to last week, completely red. We're not doing so bad, but we got to pick it up. And I should have taken larger share size, a little larger, step it up today, but just by judging by how whippy this stock was and the spreads, I think it was a smart move not to. So we still made, you know, over 150, which is awesome, and that's where I'll probably leave it here. So anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow.